Now I wear glasses all the time. Now I need glasses.
Alright.
Hopefully that'll make
And we're live, everybody.
We are live!
Yeah.
We are live, and that's not the position I was supposed to be, and we were live. Welcome to LASC's open mic night. Tonight is Wacky Wednesday. Why is it wacky? Because it's Wednesday. And we are here tonight with your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Scholar in residence, Jack Kay. And your producer, yes I am, Mr. Jason Ham from Ham Productions. And we want to thank all the lovely people that come into the LA School of Comedy. If this is your first time, just know that there is a light over there. We're going to turn it on so you see it, that it comes on, and it is the color red. R-E-D spells red. And that's what it is. When you see the red light, you've got 2 minutes. We're not going to give you a warning. Somebody breaking in my car. It's really a safe space, seriously.
No.
Okay, good. You know, I can't get that coat hemmed. I gotta stop
You're
this.
kidding.
I got stuff that I don't need. There's no reason that I have Jackie Kennedy's coat. I bought this coat, okay? Because they went up to $3,000. Because you know what she used to do? Jackie Kennedy used to sell her clothes to a consignment shop. Isn't that brilliant? Mm-hmm. Like, she had all that money, and that's why she had all that money. So I got this coat. But it drags on the ground, so I guess she had bitches carrying it. Or maybe I'm just short, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. We met a brother here, he was 7'4", but he had, what did he have, osteo, and he was down to 7'2". That's tall.
Oh my God.
I know. And you know, Nicholas came in here talking about, yeah, I'm the tallest Negro up in here. We're like, no you're not.
No, you're not.
No you're not. And you're gonna get osteo, and you're gonna be down to 6'8". All right, why do men lie about their height anyway? No answer. All right.
Because women like tall men.
Why?
Why?
Your neck hurts.
What do you mean?
My boyfriends were like so tall.
Your boyfriends are tall?
Yes. No, nobody looked like my husband.
You're not telling me the first time that you see a tall guy, you're not more attracted to.
Bullshit.
Maybe you. A lot of women like tall men.
But they're short. They're runts, and they have the nerve to talk about they want tall people. What do you do? Is lick his belly button? Safety? What, just lift him up on the knee? Come on. Oh, Maron. It's just too much. First of all, these women have all these rules that I've never heard of in my life. They have to be tall. You know, now when you get older, the mother has to be dead. I mean, who says things like that? Only Jews. Only Jews say the mother has to be dead. My girlfriend married someone, the mother was 92. I said, look, you're lucky, right? You got... She's 103. You can't make this up. And Jewish, they make you suffer. They make you suffer. See, my mother-in-law is the opposite Jew. She's the one that's like, take me now, please God. They're always dramatic, you know. I walk in the house, ah, like ah. That's a Jewish scream. Ah. I gotta stop that. But yeah, the tall thing didn't work. So I'm going out with this guy, and I guess he was used to it, and I wasn't. He was 6'7". And we're at a Jewish deli, of course, and this little Jewish kid runs up to him and says, excuse me, he goes, you must be a basketball player. And he's not. And it was really bad. And then they ran up to my other friend, this is at Macy's, and I said, oh, he thinks you're a basketball player, and that's not what the kid said. He goes, oh my God, you must be a break dancer.
Oh my God.
How racist are children? They can't help it. They don't know.
Was he black?
Yes, he was black. Well, he was black, but you know, he was really light. He had light hair. And you can't have nappy hair and it's light. It just looks bad. It looks like cotton. Like, you know, when my roots go white, not the Swedish part. Oh, poor Jake is like, I mean, this poor guy is just like, I haven't, Jeff, right, not Jeff. Is it Jeff? It is Jeff. I keep saying Jeff Stoller Cane because I have to remember it. I have to remember it. Stop stretching like that before I put you on. I'm kidding. So we're going to start the show, and we're going to start it with a bang. I want to bring up your comedy concierge, who's always here for me. God bless her. Let's give it up for the one and only Samantha Linderman. As you can tell, I love doing time. Enjoy.
Are you leaving?
No, not yet.
Please
Are you
keep clapping
leaving?
for Student Crew Quiz,
Oh.
everybody! She never says it for herself. Every time I host, I'm like, and for me, and I'm like,
Right.
always waiting for her to do that part. But Student Crew Quiz, everybody, and Mark, we miss you. Even seeing like car keys near me just gives me anxiety. Like thinking of me, like of these being mine. I'm a non-driver. That's not a word. That's not a thing. It shouldn't be. It's really, it's messed up. I'm using Uber too much. And then I talk to the Uber drivers. I'm like, how's it going? Like, how is it like actually, because if Uber were to shut down, I might have to get I might have to like get up, like I don't know, I might have to like work really hard. And I always told myself, you know, when I learned to drive, that I would drive Uber to give back in some fucked up way, which is stupid. It's like it's a corporation, like they don't care, like they're bad, like they're really bad. Like, but one time I got into a taxi, and I don't really think of like space and time. Like I just think of it as like in terms of how much would this Uber be, and I was like, okay, I'm getting in. It's gonna be like $10 max. It was $25, and the taxi driver dropped me off. And I sometimes my mom comes out in me. Sometimes people think I'm doing a bit, but it's just me actually just like speaking. That's always hard. You guys ever have that as comedians when you're talking to somebody and they're like, this is so great, is that what you do on stage? And I'm like, no, like that's so embarrassing. Like there's nothing like it. Like you're telling somebody about your day. Anyways, yeah, I'm Sam. I'm from LA. I love this city. A lot of people hate this city. A lot of people hate this city that were born here and lived here forever. It's my dad. My dad hates LA.
Really?
And I'm like, go. You didn't know that? You do that.
Such a New Yorker.
No, he's a really, but he wouldn't survive in New York. He couldn't
They
do the
wouldn't
weather.
survive.
No, what?
They wouldn't survive.
Both of them?
No, New York doesn't survive.
Oh, New York couldn't survive right now. That's crazy. You're right. My dad's quite a character. My dad, like, when he drives, is one of those people who's just, like, becomes, like, another person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how they would say, everybody be quiet! Like, you know, it's like, you feel like you're going into, like, war, but it's, like, it's just the same, like, La Cienega that it's always been. Like, it's never, like, better. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what time of day, it's always bad. He's like, I shouldn't have gone down this fucking street. It's bad. It's like, it's the only way to get there. What are we gonna do? I remember being younger, and I would, like, when he really would flip somebody off, like, I would memorize their license plate just in case. Like, freaking shit. Like, that's bad. No, is that funny? That's crazy. Sometimes I remember stuff on stage. No, I would really, like, I'd be like, they're gonna come back and get you. And my dad, sometimes, you know, it's the worst when you're out of the car, because then it's like, is it road rage? It's just rage. Like, it's one thing when you're driving, but like, we're out of the car now. Like, we're out of the car, and he's like, fight me! And I'm like, Dad, you can't fight. It's like, that's when my acting has to come in, because I just want to be like, he's all bark, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, run, fucker! No, I was like, no. I was like, don't mess with my, yeah. My dad told me to say that to somebody. He was like, if he bothers you again, if this guy bothers you, just go up to him and tell him to fuck off. And I'm like, I don't think it works for me. You know, like, as a girl, like, it's really hard to, like, tell, like, a grown man, like, man, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, fuck off. Like, that's just not how I'd be like, excuse me, like, please don't kill me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different vibe when you're like a dude, like a grown, like, man. Like, you have like a salt and pepper privilege to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're older. When you're older, you can be like, get the fuck out of my, but at my age, it's like, you can't say that. People already think I look a little too woke. And I'm not even with my shaved head and my nose piercing, so I don't even know. Everyone was like, why'd you get your nose piercing out? When my dad woke up from anesthesia, and he was like, please. That's what happened. Like, he had got his surgery, and he's fine, he's great. And he saw my nose piercing that I've had for a while, and then he was like, can you please take that out? And I was like, okay, I'll be a hero. Just those little moments in life where you can do those little things. Yeah, my nose piercing didn't hurt. That's what everybody asks. They go, did that hurt? Can I touch it? What does it smell like? No. Did you know that that's what cows look like? You look like a cow, bitch. That's happened. I love that one. I miss working at the mall, can you tell? I gave them my 2 weeks and nobody cried, and I was honestly, feeling disgruntled, but I didn't let my inner dad come out, so everyone was safe. Everybody at the mall was safe. They would test us on what we would do. They're like, what do you do if there's a shooter? And I would get so excited. I would like get really into character and whatever, and then they'd be like, she was like, what do you do if there's a shooting and I'm in the hallway? This is my manager who could fire, hire, whatever, you know what I mean? She's like, what do you do if I'm in the hallway? And I'm like, please let me in. And I was like, Kathy, I would let you in. And she was like, wrong, I could be the shooter. And I was like, sorry, are we still getting each other Starbucks after this? You know what I mean? Like, when somebody looks at you and says, I could be the shooter, like, I'm like, you know, you picture them as a shooter, like, you never really see them the same, because I wanted to be like, I couldn't. Like, I just want to let everybody know I couldn't be the shooter. Honestly, I wouldn't be. Like, it's not me. But that's honestly what the shooter would say. Do you guys remember when Wendy Williams would say like, the killer? I think about Wendy Williams when she would say like, the killer's coming. Do you remember that?
I never saw it.
You never saw Wendy Williams?
No.
Anyways, no, I've been Sam. Love you guys so much. See you here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have a show coming up on July 20th. Stay tuned for those details. And please welcome back to Stage Student Crew Quest, everybody.
And so listen, when you were saying there's part of me like my mom, right? And you got to say something about that.
I know.
Because you have to flush that out.
She's great.
No, I know that, but of course, but you have to make it like really.
Really.
Like total opposite of you.
Total.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying for the joke.
No, I know.
For the joke. And then your dad has to say something outrageous like Mark. That's when my husband feels like a real man, is when he's behind the wheel. And there's a guy smiling with gold teeth. He wasn't even smiling at Mark. He went like this to Mark. And then he did this stuff to Mark, like with the sign, and Mark went like this to him. And the guy was like, he was shocked. He was so shocked. I would be, right? I would be too, right? Come on, it's my man, Jeff Kane. Let's do this.
Bring me up.
Bring you up. He goes by the name Jeff Kane. On and on and on and on. Here you go.
Keep it going for Sunday, you guys. Oh, I got a bunch of new stuff, so you're just gonna have to strap in. We're gonna see what happens. I was driving to the airport recently, and you know how like a lot of times traffic sucks everywhere, but especially when you're going to the airport and you're getting off on those exit ramps. And so it took like 10 or 15 minutes, and I was getting up close to where you're actually getting off, and then this car comes up, and it's not even a lane there, but they just pull up and they like want to merge in. I'm like, you gotta be fucking crazy. Like, there's no way I'm letting you in after 10 or 15 minutes of this shit, right? And then they roll down the window, and it's just it's a pretty hot girl, and she just kind of gives me like a, I'm like, all right, come on in. I'm like, why? Why the fuck do we do this? You know, like, what is, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if like in the back of my lizard brain, if I was like, if I let this girl in, she might be like, hey, pull over. I want to blow you, you know, like, what, is this some evolutionary thing? Why are we just doing things like this? It didn't make any sense. Out of all the people I've been nice to, no one's ever in traffic offered me. Even a gentleman's HJ, I've let in some hot guys, you know? I don't know what it is. I think it's like just a status thing. You're like, all right, I trust this person should, I don't know, do better in life than we need to give this person more opportunities. But like that's the other thing is like, yeah, so is it I studied anthropology, so I think about this, you know, is it a status thing? Has anyone watched Chimp Empire? No? Alright. Chimp Empire is it's a documentary on two chimp groups in the rainforest. And they're like competing for, you know, space and all this stuff. But really it's basically like a reality show with just a bunch of high schoolers dressed up in monkey suits. Because it's fucking crazy. Like all it is you see what humans are really like. Like these chimps are doing crazy shit. Like there's a big alpha male and he's just running around beating his chest the whole time. Reminds me kind of Donald Trump. But then there's this other guy, and I can't think of his name right now. I'm gonna call him Joe, but he's like the incel. You know, like they're like, well, the good thing about Joe is that he's really smart, which is basically like a way of being like, he's ugly. You know, like no one likes him, and it's fucked up, you know? And they say he's goofy. They're like, he's goofy looking. That's like their scientific term for him, is he's goofy looking. And he does look goofy. And also he looks like, you know, in high school he was caught under the bleachers smelling his finger. He just has this not good look on his face. But he spends a lot of time observing the other chimpanzees. Like if he could dress himself, he'd probably have a trench coat. But so yeah, poor guy. All right, and he's like, you know, the women they're not on board with him. But eventually one day, Max, the alpha male, is running around and doing his thing, and he scares one of the females, and she's got like her baby, And then Joe sees us as the opportunity. You know, he sees a woman weak, and he's like, I'm gonna move in, and I'm gonna try to protect her or make her feel. He's not gonna protect her. He's not doing that. But he's like, I'm gonna make her feel better. So he does that, and you see the look in her eyes, like it's like she's like, oh, this guy, I'm kind of warming up to Joe now. And you're like, all right, finally this guy's getting it. And this is where you're like, okay, this guy is smart, you know, because he's like, even though she has a baby, he's like, she puts out. You know, like, this is probably my best opportunity here, you know, like so he's sticking around, and he's being supportive of her, and like eventually he kind of wins her over enough where she trusts him with her baby. And so she like, you know, she like lets her baby stay with him and look after the baby for a moment while she goes off into the woods, and you're like, you know, she's going to the bathroom or something like that. And then you hear this wrestling in the woods, and you're like, oh shit, you know, something bad is about to happen, and it's this other big male chimp. And you're like, oh fuck, you know, is he trying to like mess with her? Does Joe need to try to protect it? And then, you know, he looks over, and no, she's just getting railed by this other much more popular chimp, and you're like, god damn it, we'll call her Wendy. You're like, Wendy, what the fuck are you doing? And Joe's just looking down at this baby being like, god damn it, I was almost your, you know, new dad, and then your mom is just being a whore, and now what am I gonna do? He's like, this is so Joe of me. And but you know, you can't blame Wendy. Wendy's doing her thing. She never committed to him. She never said, hey, you know, just hey, Wendy already had a baby. She's got her priorities, you know. She needed the next guy to come along. Was that fun? Did we have a fun journey on that one? I don't know. Were there points in there made? Did we learn anything?
That's great. You
All
should
right.
give them names from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm like I said, this is
Wendy and who?
we had Joe. Max is one of the only names that is correct. I will find out. I think they all have real names, so I'll figure that out. But all right, I don't know if I want to say anything else about that. But I got my hair cut yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's expensive in LA, but thankfully I won't have to deal with that much longer. I'm losing my hair. I know it was getting bad because I was going down on a girl the other day, and she was getting really into it, and she went to grab my hair, and she could only grab it from the sides. It wasn't really sexy, you know? It wasn't my proudest moment. But it's not the worst place to be, I guess, to get bad news. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. I was like, hell yeah, I'm still getting some, you know? But what if that's all I was getting? What if I was just going down on her? Like, does that count as getting pussy? I'm just like going down on a girl. She's just like, hey, I got my wrist. She's like, get on down there. And just go down until she comes, and then she's like, all right, that'll do, pig. Please leave. No, that does sound kind of crazy. Like, I don't think that happens to women very often. But it does the reverse way where, like, I'm sure most women here, I'm not sure, I have no idea, I shouldn't judge you ladies in here. But I've had a girl be excited to hook up me and go down on me, and then I came and she was like, hell yeah, like, what are we gonna do next, you know? She's like kind of like, what position are you in the mood for? I was like, the fetal? I'm done. Yeah, I'm interested in video games now. You know, like all of a sudden I'm gay. I don't know. I'm just not interested in women anymore for a little while at least. Yeah. Maybe that was the end of that. Let's see. Do you guys? Oh, I know. All right, I was talking about status earlier. Yeah, that's like an evolutionary thing you're following. You do nice things for attractive people. That's wrong. Like we should be woke. We should treat everyone perfectly the same, no matter how you look. Right? Does anyone have a dog? Anyone get a dog from a puppy? Yeah. How did you pick this puppy? Picture? Was it a good-looking puppy? Okay, right? That's how we choose most puppies, right? You're not like, give me the one that's the fastest, right? It's not merit-based, you know? It's just, and so I'm saying, you know, we're bad people, I guess, you know? We're choosing people because they're, how attractive they are. That was for my first joke.
That's a good.
There we go. We got a verbal approval. I'm doing well. Do you guys eat at restaurants that have dirty bathrooms? Yeah, you do? Hell
I'm a
yeah.
harsh bathroom judge.
You're harsh. You don't eat at restrooms. That
No,
have dirty
just that when I go into a restroom at a restaurant, I'm critiquing everything down to the faucet.
Yeah,
Good.
gotcha. Because why?
Because I want to have a nice bathroom experience. Like, I have my bathroom at home and it's nice and all, but when I go out, I get to experience a new
You
bathroom.
go out to bathroom? You're like, I'm not going out to eat. I'm going out to bathroom.
Yeah, partially.
That's cool. I like that. You're like, yeah, that's kind of. What's your Yelp review on your bathrooms? I could care about less about how the food is. Give me an ambiance in the bathroom.
See, the food is like you eat the food and it's over. But
That's the
bathroom-
aftermath.
Yeah.
The food comes back out. You can hit the restroom twice if you digest
All
it
of the
fast
food
enough.
ends up the same no matter what, you know?
Yeah, kind of, you know. All right. I don't mind a dirty bathroom because, like, you know, yeah, most people think that, like, okay, if it's a dirty bathroom, it means that the kitchen's gonna be dirty, and that's probably correct. That's a good assumption. But I don't mind a dirty bathroom because I feel like that shows that, like, the chef is focused on his craft. You know, like most geniuses are dirty. They're not very organized people. So yeah, I want to go somewhere where they have like an open thing of kimchi next to the cleaning products. I go, this place, this guy cares. This is all he's focused on. He's gonna be whipping up something good in here. I also think, like, this kind of relates, is like you should look whatever your job is, you should kind of look like your job. You know, like, and I think chefs are a good example. Like, I don't trust a skinny, clean-cut chef, right? Like, I want a chef that has, like, got a nice beard, a good belly, some tattoos. Is that the end?
One.
I got one. All right. Yeah, no, I just, like, I want a chef to have that look, right? And, like, you can't always see the chef at a restaurant. That's why I like food trucks. You can see what you're working with, you know? Like, I won't go eat at a food truck unless the chef has resting food truck face. I don't know what that is exactly, but you know when you see it, you're like, this food is gonna be good. This guy's dedicated. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. Anything else I want to tell you? You guys have been fun. Thank you so much. My name is Chef Kane. Keep it going for a minute.
And we can find you.
J Kane Comedy, Kane.
Right. There you go.
Thanks.
Oh, funny. Maybe she
Okay.
has to grab you by the ears. She gets so.
Oh, that's kind of
She
sexy.
grabs you by the hair on your ears. She grabs you by the hair, but she grabs you by my hair on my ears. That's terrible. I'm thinking like that. And also, like, what women are really thinking about when you're doing that. You know, like, I hope she likes this. Meanwhile, she's thinking, oh God, is his hair gonna come off? Maybe she thinks you're wearing a toupee already. I mean,
It's a good way to
listen, I
find
had a
out.
guy that used to make believe it wasn't a toupee. He used to make believe too. He used to fake orgasms. My mother said, you know what he is. She goes, and he's a gangster. That car he lent you, the registration doesn't match the front license plate, and the front license plate doesn't match the back license plate. And I was like, okay, it's a car.
That's funny.
All right, well, let's give it up for this guy that's coming up here. He's working on his industry set. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Aaron McIntyre. Aaron. When she gives you the light, it'll be at 3 minutes, okay? At 3 minutes, you give him the light so he knows it's too late. Yes.
Hey everybody, Aaron McIntyre. It's not Aaron and it's not Aaron. It's Aaron. It's very simple. It's not. Please don't call me Aaron because it's Aaron. It's called Aeron, which is much more sexy. And also Aaron is supposed to be anonymous. So. I grew up a military brat. Anybody else military brats out there? Okay, then I have no bit. No, that's not true. You don't know what you're missing because you actually get to move every 2 years. So every time I would leave, I would want to become a new person, you know? I would, because, you know, who I am is actually a real pussy. A fucking huge pussy. Which actually is not true. Because I'm actually a pussy, because the word comes from pusillanimous, not the female genitalia. Which I was always wondering, is that the female, the vagina, or is that like just the general area? I think it's the general area, like right around here. That's the pussy, because it does kind of look like a little furry little pussy with a vertical smile. So yeah, military, moved around a lot, lived in Florida. I was born in Florida, was there for 6 days. Yeah, Florida, the land of rainbow deniers and book banners and Disney cancel culture, which I actually do think that Mickey was gay. It's just my personal opinion. I think he was gay, and that Minnie was his beard. Because we all know, you know, Mickey was fucking goofy. So ended up in Colorado, beautiful land of snow and cold and the Nuggets and the Broncos and Rocky Mountain High, which has a whole new meaning since most of the motherfuckers are meth heads. I used to walk down the street and see people out there, and they'd be like, I thought they were like shivering from the cold, you know, and it turns out they were tweaking. Except for the black ones, they were twerking. Let's see here. Yeah, so then I moved out to here, this place, California, because I wanted to be a minority. And I'm a utilitarian, which our main tenet is only texting for close-ended questions. Do not ask me what I think of Brenda's boyfriend or how many times we're gonna go out. Just say we're meeting at Starbucks at 6 o'clock. Okay, utilitarian. You gotta do it right. Pick up the fucking phone, people. This is for all my friends out there who've been texting me open-ended questions. I'm not gonna fucking answer you. Pick up the fucking phone. I have a beautiful daughter named Olivia, and she's my best friend. She tells all her friends that I'm her best friend. So much so that she moved to the other side of the planet. She lives in New Zealand, and very proud of her. She's a juvenile prison guard, so she works in a juvenile detention center, and that means that whenever she comes home, it's like she tells me when to go to bed and when to get up and when to eat, and then she's always fucking using my commissary money every time we go out. Fuck, pisses me off. She's actually here now, and I'm looking forward to seeing her. We used to watch Teletubbies together, which was very strange. I don't know if anybody out there has seen Teletubbies, but there's Tinky Winky, and there's Lala, and there's Po. And I think that there was like some kind of a thing that was, you know, going around that Tinky Winky was gay because he carried a purse. I mean, you know, pockets are no good. You know, I wish I could carry a purse. And then Lala was binary, and that Po was just isolated, just very isolated. That's not the word I wanted. There was some other word that I came up with. What was it? Po was
Isolated isn't bad.
Yeah.
How many minutes is it?
Just an isolationist. Yeah.
Isolationist.
Like there we go. Anyway, so I think that's it. My name has been Aaron, AERONMACINTYRE, which sounds like a song, and it is. Thank you very much, and that's where you can find me.
Right, on all platforms. On all platforms.
On all platforms!
On all platforms! Alright, do I hear mush, mush? Keep the show going, mush, mush, the comedy of Sarouche, Sarouche. Come on, Sarouche. Shake that hair. Shake that hair.
Yes, we got lots of hair. Does your husband have hair?
Oh my god, like a Persian.
He has a lot of hair.
On his back. His ass. His legs.
Lots of hair.
His arms. Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. Not on his head though.
Same hair if that matter.
Same hair. Okay.
25 hairs.
25 hairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
But he still likes to run his finger through it. You know white guys are.
They are, yes.
Obsessed with hair.
They are obsessed with hair. I think. Yeah, anyways. Obsessed with hair. I love our audience member. Are you going up today?
Not today.
Not today. Okay. Next.
He's great, right?
Soon. Maybe
Soon.
next time.
Maybe next time. Okay. What was your name?
Chad.
Chad. Okay, Chad. Amazing. We're gonna everybody give it up for Chad. Chad's
Right?
gonna be-
He's amazing. A good kid.
We had give it up. You had a great little 3-minute set.
Yeah.
Okay. I learned so much about life. Just like about chimpanzees, about women being beautiful. I almost feel like I just want, I think I just want them to like me. I think that's why. I don't actually, I like consciously don't treat them better. So I think I treat them worse. That's how I don't want to like treat anyone differently. But I do get in my head about it. Like I'll be like, she's pretty, and like I have to I don't know what it is. Like I think I value them more than I do. That I value myself. So I'm like, they're better than me. That's why I treat them differently. The truth is making you laugh. She's like, ha, you're insecure. My brother's the worst. He got he got staph. Do you guys know what staph is?
Yeah.
Staph is this antibiotic-resistant bacteria that it can basically kill you if it gets into your blood. So he got staph. He had this huge welt. Oh, can you tell me when I have 5 minutes?
Sure. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, cool. Huge welt, and I didn't know what it was. And he was like, "Oh, you want to touch it? You get it through touch." And I was like, "Sure." And I touch it, and he says it's staph, and I know what staph is. And I'm like, "Why did you do that?" And I don't know what it is, but he like he started laughing. He's like, "Oh, it doesn't. You have to like if you get like the liquid on the inside on you, then you get it." So I was like, "Okay, fine." And I don't know why I believed him. He's not a doctor. I'm just kind of stupid. So I was like, okay, and so. Like he goes to the doctor, they like cut it open, and it comes out and everything, and he's like, and it's like, he comes to the house where the family's there, and he's like, yeah, they like got it, the juices are out, they're kind of like smeared and everything, and he like starts to like, I was like, okay, dude, get away, and I don't know what, he hates hugs. So he just never like he just doesn't like to touch me. But for some reason, when I say get away, he suddenly wants to hug me. And like I'm like literally just sitting on this couch, and I've given up. And he's like he has me in like he does jujitsu, so he's just like getting me in all these arm lock positions and everything. And I forgot that that he just like got it like exploded, and there's all the liquid. And so like his leg is like it's like so much is like it's on me, and that's fine. Okay. And I turned into a unicorn, and the loving embrace of God's angels will surround me. And so that is where we'll end there. Anybody know what the DRC is? It's the Democratic Republic of Congo.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It is a country in Africa, and it's been riddled with a lot of war. There's there's a lot of issue.
Corruption.
A lot of corruption. They lost $1 billion in the last 2 years, just like through resources, just lost. They're like, we have no idea where the gold and the silver went. So that was crazy. And one of the things that's, I don't know, ridiculous to me is that the UN came into, like, there's all this civil unrest. The UN came in to, like, you know, take care of everybody, distribute resources. About $8 billion went into the Congo. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. The UN is actually like, what do you guys think of the UN? What are your thoughts? Like, just like first couple words, maybe like adjectives for the UN.
Sounds good in theory.
Sounds good in theory.
Lovely people.
Diversified.
They stole all the money. They're corrupt. Like the UN is the they and it's not, I wouldn't say it's their fault, but like think about they do kickbacks. So like the UN is supposed to give food and resources to the people in Africa that need, in the Congo that need it. And so as they give it to them, they're like it's free, but like I want money. So they get money they take money from these people who have nothing. And then they take the money, and then there was actually a case back in 2008 where you know, there's a peacekeeping mission. They're supposed to protect people, and what they did was like these Pakistani military officials gave the things that they're supposed to protect people with, their guns, to the rebels for gold.
Oh.
How are you supposed to protect people? They gave it to the people you're not supposed to give it to. See, that's very cool. So they did that, and the UN just didn't do anything about it. Because one of the things that you might not know is that Pakistan is a very poor country, and so they have most of the military force in the UN is Pakistan. It's literally the number one. It's like 50,000 people from Pakistan are in the military. So they go there just to, like, you know, make a good amount of money, and they make $8 an hour, which is wild. You're protecting people, you're saving people's lives, $8 an hour. That's British people, that's American people, but like no American person would do that. So there's literally just 3 Americans. That's it. There's 3 Americans there. So that's wild to me. So I don't blame, basically I'm not trying to say I blame the Pakistani people. Like if I had, like when I was a kid and I wanted to get this like Starship TIE fighter from like Toys R Us, like I really wanted it. And like my mom and my dad had like this like stash of coins. And they're like, if you save up for the TIE fighter, you can get the TIE fighter. But I saw a stash of coins and nobody was protecting the stash of coins. So I just like by the keep just put it in my pockets and just hauled ass to my room. And then I was like, Mom, I like saved enough. And I was like, okay, and I got the time. Like I'm basically like I was them. You know what I mean? I was them. Like, I understand where you're coming from. I don't think that you're a bad person. I just think humans in a bad condition, they do bad things, and so, one of the other things that they did was they lost $6 million. So they give like millions and millions of dollars to all the countries pitch in. They give millions and millions of dollars, and one of the things that they did was they told people. So they found out that it was corrupt about 4 years ago, and they told all the different organizations within the UN that are there, like, yo, there's corruption like in your organizations, which is kind of like a bad idea. You're just basically telling them we found out. Like you didn't want to like. Don't you want to like surprise them? Like We found out. It's like a cheating. Like I don't know. There's something there. Anyways,
It is.
my name is Sarush. You can find me at SOROUSHEETADAL.
Yes. Sharush, it's an L. I'm gonna put it on. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So listen. By the way, that's probably the best set you've had in a really long time. Come on. He's communicating finally. He's not decorating the stage. He's not knocking off the dust. He's communicating. Corruption is the word. It's a good word for you.
You were
Corruption.
adequate this time.
It wasn't adequate. It was good. It was something different.
It's really good.
It really was, right? Now we're gonna make believe that Albert's wearing a suit tonight because that's what everybody said back east. They were like, "Yeah, brother was wearing a suit. He had a nice set that night. He was wearing a suit. Negro was wearing a suit.
Yeah,
You got your suit on?
yeah.
Yes.
You got your birthday suit on underneath?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because you know why? Mormon USA is watching. Let's give it up for the one and only Albert Linton.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sunda.
They watching.
Keep it going for Sunda. Okay, so you can find me at Albert Linton Comedy on Facebook or Instagram, on Twitter, Vine. You remember Vine? Anyone remember Vine? Yeah, I had a lot of stuff on Vine. I was a big Vine star. Messenger. I'm on all of those things, and I don't understand any of them, but they're all good. They're all letting people talk and share ideas and stuff like that. So I was having a big argument with someone in India, and I'm going to kick their ass. This is going to happen. I'm going to mess them up. Anyway, it's been a great day. I worked out at 11 with my personal trainer, and yeah, I'm bragging. And she is so hot, but that's not the reason why I work out with her. I work out with her because she knows what she's doing, and she's helping me out. So I worked out, and then I left the gym, and I went to my car dealership. So I had to take my car in to my Subaru back to the dealership and get the maintenance done. You know, that's $300-something that you gotta pay it, man. So I did that, and then I washed it and vacuumed it, and I did all of that, hoping that a certain young lady, who's shall remain nameless, Sam, we'll get into the car. She said, "Oh, it's so clean here, and it smells good too." Doesn't happen that way. But life is good anyway, because I said to myself, this car smells good. I smell good. I like me. That's my whole thing. Every day, every morning, every night. I like me. I'm good. I'm the reason for the season. Now I'm walking around with these on because weights on my arms and on my legs, all day long walking around like that. So that tonight, when about 1 or 2 o'clock, when people started slowing down for the night, then we'll start breaking into stores, and I'll be able to run real fast because. Okay, that was a bullshit story. You guys know that. Okay, what else did I really want to talk about? What did I really want to talk about? I like dogs. I just don't like people that have dogs. No, that's not true. I don't like people who have dogs. They allow their dog to shit on my lawn and then they don't pick it up. Those are the people that I don't like. I don't know what kind of dog they have. Those are some shitty people. Putting that on my lawn and not picking it up. You know, pick up after your dog. It's your dog, or let the dog shit at your house. Why do you have to walk around the neighborhood, wait till you get to mine, and now all of a sudden your dog needs to take a crap? Why didn't you just walk him around a circle in your own lawn, let him take a crap on your lawn, and see how you like it? Of course, I never say that to anybody because I don't get up that early. These are people who have jobs. They're up at 6 a.m. If I get up at 6 a.m., it's because the world is coming to an end. It's about to be over. Or unless I'm on a movie set or something like that. So instead, I just spend my time screaming at my neighbors. And I can get away with it because I'm old. and old people get special privileges. And I'm handicapped. I even have the sticker that says I'm handicapped. And I just raise all kinds of hell because I'm old and handicapped. And the police is going to be on my side no matter what. So I know that. I didn't always have that kind of protection though, you know. But I do now because I'm a senior citizen. I am a senior citizen, and that brings with it a lot of perks. It's good to be old. The alternative, I suppose it sucks. I don't know, but I've never died actually, so I don't know what that's like. I only know this side, and I kind of like being over here. I'm not in a hurry to get over there. So life is sweet. So what else did I do today? I cleaned my car. That was a big deal. I went to my post office box, and I had no mail. No mail. I had to drive up to Woodland Hills from Santa Monica. Do you know how long that takes? That's like a half hour. And if traffic is heavy, that could be a whole hour to go there to find out there's no mail, turn around, and come back to where I live, Santa Monica. But that's okay because I'm old. I ain't got shit else to do. Why not? Why not? I got time. It's not like I gotta punch in a clock or anything. I drove to San Diego yesterday after my workout session at 11. Then I ate. Then I went to San Diego because I had some business in San Diego. I lived in San Diego for like 10 years. So I have a lot of friends, and I still have some business contacts there. I still do some banking there. So I went to talk to my banker to find out if he'd be willing to finance my new venture. And of course, he said no. Because that's the automatic response. As soon as you start talking to a banker about a loan, you know, they're going to say no. And then you have to go back and do it again, redo your proposal, bring them in slowly. And once they're convinced that your project is good, they'll start pumping money in. You won't know what to do with all the money that you'll get. I mean, if you're really a genius, create a company to promote your idea and then sell shares on the U.S. stock market. Oh, you can finance something really big then, you know. I mean, you got to pay those people back. But if your idea is good and you're in this country, you know, chances are it's going to work out and you'll be able to pay them back. And if you aren't, if you go bankrupt or something happens, you know, a cloud doesn't appear at the right time, well, we have an out for that too. We no longer have debtor prison. We used to have debtor prison. So if you went into debt to somebody and you couldn't pay them back, boom, they put you and your whole family into what they call debtor prison, which was basically slavery. We outlawed that, so you can't do that anymore. So now, if you go bad, you have a bankruptcy, look, declare bankruptcy. All your debts are forgiven. Start over again. You keep trying, you keep starting over until you find something that works. That's why I like Donald Trump. Because he started out with $200 million from his dad. And he blew that. He blew it. And then he went back to his dad. He got another $200 million and he blew that too. But then he walk around and say, oh, I lost $400 million. I'm just going to quit. I don't know. No. He had another idea. So he got that one financed. And that one failed. It did. Failed again. But I mean, think about it the way he had to be thinking about it, the same way that Edison was thinking about the filament to make the light bulb. Right? I mean, how many things did he go through before he got the correct material to get us a freaking light bulb? I think it was like 1,200 things that wouldn't work. So Trump only tried 3, and boom, then he met Vladimir Putin. And the rest is history, right? Because all of a sudden, Vladimir Putin is the most powerful man in the world and the richest man in the world, and nothing can hold him back. He's basically a monarch in a formal communist country, which is, you know, one contradiction after another. So I have like 30 minutes left. Okay, very good. Very good, very good. Oh, Sam, I talked about you the whole time. I'm so sorry. Now I got to do it again. So that was a 2-minute light or a 1-minute light?
2 minute.
2-minute light. Okay. So, what else? Wash my car. Enjoy washing my car. I enjoy the way people look at me when I wash my car. It's like, why don't you hire somebody to do that? And I'm like, I don't think so. Not when I can get out here and do it myself, and get to see all the pretty girls that are walking down the street, especially this time of the year, and you know, short pants, short blouses. Yeah, it's a good scene. It really is good, because I'm like girl crazy. I've been girl crazy since I was, what do they call it, knee high to a duck. You know, I came out of pussy and I spent the rest of my life trying to get back in. Ah! Ah! All right, so that joke didn't work either. None of my jokes are working tonight, but that's okay. 1 minute? Is that? Do I have a minute left?
I think 45.
Okay, so now, all right. So my name is Albert Linton. Actually, my real name is Albert Nathaniel Arthur Linton. I don't use it because the initials are A-N-A-L. That's a handle full of slow folks. But some of you look like you're trying to spell it. Originally, I'm from the great state of Florida. Anybody else, keep it to yourself. I'm from a little town called Jacksonville, Florida. I grew up there. It was a rough town. It was a poor town. My parents were poor too, but they were unusual. They kept me. We were so poor, our watchdog ran away. Not that we needed a watchdog. If a burglar passed our house, we moped him. One time a burglar broke into our house, all he got was practice. And a t-shirt. And a t-shirt with my initials on it. A-N-A-L. Yeah, it was rough growing up. I had to fight all the time. I fought every day. You ever have a fight and the person's breath was so bad you gave up? Really? And I just said, hey, go ahead. All right, my name's Albert Linton. You can find me Albert Linton Comedy. Please welcome your comedy concierge, Sam, back to the stage. Thanks, Sam.
Give it up for Albert, everybody!
Thank you.
What a fabulous time we've had. Please, please, please keep the love going for your headliner tonight, Colin Asley, everybody. Let's welcome Colin.
Thank you. Get up for Sam, everybody. All right. So I met this girl a few weeks ago, and why did you start laughing that fast, Robert?
No.
What, is that unbelievable?
No.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Give me a moment. Give me a punchline. Damn it, Robert. I laughed at you. No, so I meet this girl, and I was so nervous because I got her phone number. I met her in person. I asked for her phone number, and I was so scared that I would screw up planning the date. You know, like I was scared I would say something the wrong way or just make her say, screw it, I don't want to see him, right? So I'm texting all my girlfriends, right? Not girlfriends, you know, all my real, no, like all my gal pals. I don't know, I still don't know how to say it as a man. I still haven't figured out the right terminology. I don't want to say females because that just makes me sound like an incel. All the females in my life, I'm like, ugh. It sounds like a red pill. So I'm texting like one of my friends. I really trust her. I'm like, how should I phrase this? And she's like, listen, a girl wants like a dominant, assertive man. So say this and this and this. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'll do whatever you say to sound not like who I am. It's funny, like, I don't know. There's times when I'm incredibly safe with sex. Like, it's the most important thing to me. Like, I'm double wrapped, like I'm about to go into a I know you're not supposed to double wrap, but like I'm aware that's bad. But like it's the most important thing to me to be safe. But then other times, like I do not give a fuck about safe sex. It's so weird how it oscillates, and the curve is usually dependent on how long it's been. Like if it's been recent, then I'll be more safe. Like I'm like it's so unsafe that I think we created a new coronavirus. With how unsafe that sex was. That's how bad it was. You should all be wearing a mask in about 2 weeks. That's how unsafe our sex was recently. I recently found out you can kind of put, like if you can code, if you're a programmer, you can create any app you want and put it on the App Store. So I decided to make my own app, like my own dating app. It's just my phone number. And a picture of me. Just a QR code to my phone number. This is a true story. My brother used to make accounts on Grindr. He's not gay, by the way. He used to make accounts on Grindr, and then talk to these guys, and then he would give them my phone number. Do you know what that's like to get an unsolicited dick pic at 19 years old out of nowhere? Not even And that's the thing that scares me, is that's how they started. Not a hi, hey, it's Tom from the app. Just 7-inch erect cock on my phone. I'm in class. And I get my phone gives me a preview. I get a little mini preview. Smaller 16:9 little cock. And I gotta click on it because I gotta know the real size. I'm not, I want to see what I'm worth, I still haven't figured out a way to get back at him for that. I saw this recently that waiters are starting to wear body cams, like restaurants. Which I think is a great idea. I love that idea. I think I'm gonna start wearing a body cam during sex, just because I don't want any miscommunication. And I just want it glued, just right here. I just want it glued onto my chest. I don't want any confusion. A GoPro. I'm starting a porn company. Is really I'm actually in the industry now. These are just some ideas I've been bouncing. What else do I have here? Can we as a society, can we stop saying bless you now when people sneeze? Can we stop now? Because we all say it. Clap if you say bless you when someone sneezes. Okay, great. Now clap if you believe in God.
We got one.
Why? Why are you saying bless you? Why are you saying God bless you when someone sneezes and none of you believe in God? Why are we doing this? You know that one guy who's always too proud when he says bless you? Like he saved you just now? Like if it wasn't for him, you would have been so fucked. But he said bless you and it's A-okay. Like someone who will go out of their way, open their car door to say bless you. In the middle of surgery, they will stop surgery, pull the mask down, bless you. I'm at the age where people are inviting me to weddings and I'm just not going. It's my new favorite way to end friendships. It's my new official way to end friendships. Whenever I get the card, the wedding invitation card to sign if you're gonna go, I just send them one back that just says, do you want to end this friendship? And it's already checked yes. I've already made the decision. I feel like the only reason I would get married is just because there's a really high likelihood I would get laid that night. I think that might be the only reason. There's just a statistically higher chance of having sex in that particular. I also actually the other reason I would want to have a wedding is because I love watching white people dance to Outkast. Shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. No. It's the funniest. It's when we're the most loose. Do you remember when you were a kid and you could just lie to your best friend's face, and then they'd find out and they'd get mad, and then they'd just go back? You just go back to the monkey bars. like you could just go through a whole heated, terrible thing, and then on the other side, there's the slide. We're all, I don't know. I think a lot about the taunts that we used to call each other when we were kids. When boys and girls were taunting each other. Boys go to college to get more knowledge. Girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Which no one, we should have probably rethought that one a little bit. Our wording was a little, we looked a lot stupider than we expected. Not sure what to do with that. Oh, here's something I'm really annoyed with. So I'm 28, just turned 28, had my birthday recently.
Woo, yeah.
So I'm tired. It's weird living in a time when everyone older than me says I'm too lazy to work, but at the same time, everyone older than me is investing heavily into AI, which makes it harder for me to get a job. Like, I can't, I might have said that wrong, but I got what, a minute? 30 seconds?
No, what?
2 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. AI's taking our jobs. Oh wait. That's what it feels like. Like trying to find a job right now. Like I feel like people say I'm not working hard enough, and AI is trying to take my job. It's kind of like if your doctor told you had diabetes, but they keep giving you a shot that gives you more diabetes. And you're like, but I'm trying to slow this down. They're like, take the shot. Okay, I don't know. It's pretty. Oh yeah. Nope, can't say that. Okay, this is my impression of like a food scientist doctor who also enjoys football and is trying to find the right dye, like the right color dye for the new food that they're making, like the right color dye. Okay, here we go. Hey, can you pass me the blue 42? All right. You know how like there's this like cute kind of saying that like I've heard this like a janitor who works at NASA saying like, oh, like I helped put a man on the moon, like every small bit helps, but like what if that same guy was like really arrogant at dinner parties? Yeah, I helped a man get on the moon. Yeah, if it wasn't for my trash pickup skills. You remember the Challenger? I wasn't on that job. Alright guys, that's my time. Thank you very much. Let's bring up your host, Sam. You can find me at Colin_comedy on Instagram or comedian Colin Asley on YouTube. Thank you.
Keep it going for Colin, everybody. What a fantastically wacky Wednesday we've all had together. Thank you for coming back. I don't think there's any first timers, so we won't sing our LA School of Comedy song. No, I'm kidding. We should do that. Like Olive Garden. I don't know. Shout out Olive Garden. I've been Sam. Give it up for Jackie and Jason. And good night, everybody.